how to rise up after life knocks you down. Another chat, go and get yourself a glass of water, coffee, tea, or whatever your drink of preference is, and let's have a talk about how to get back up when you've fallen down in the journey of life. You can hear outside, I'm staying with my friend, and there are kids outside because it's a set of townhouses, and it's really lovely hearing them call out, and they go up and down because it's gated, so they go up and down the driveway. As I've said in the last two videos, this is my new channel, Create and Heal, with Lauren Ostrowski-Fenton, and I'm having a hip replacement in 2 days on Wednesday, providing the surgeon agrees tomorrow morning. He said he will, but we're just meeting tomorrow. So yeah, that will happen, and I aim to still produce content while I am in hospital, but I'll be letting you know how that goes. Thank you for joining me here. How to get back up in life when life deals you a challenging blow. What do you think? What are your strategies? Yes, you. What are your strategies for getting back up? What are your strategies for resilience, for moving forward, for achieving your goals no matter what, and squeezing the lemon juice of life out of life so that you still enjoy every moment that there is to enjoy? Because we only have the moment, don't we? That's all we've got. Okay, I've got some notes here. When you go through a difficult experience, part of moving through it is to allow the process of pain. The process of pain serves a much needed purpose. There is stages in the process of pain that include, there is denial, there's the shock of what's happened. Then you move through with levels of anger, frustration, and then finally acceptance. No one can tell you how long the process of pain needs to be. Only you know that. Only you know the answer to your own process. Allow yourself to process pain. I would like to talk more about the process of pain, but I'm going to keep today to getting back up and try to keep each video with a simple theme. Not that getting back up is simple, because it's not, is it? What do you think? Accept what you can't change. That's an amazing comment, really, isn't it? To accept something you can't change. We can't change other people's behavior. Sometimes we have limited power over our own environment, but we can change ourselves. We can adjust, change, reinvent ourselves. We can change our thoughts and feelings. This is not easy, and as we've discussed before, we've talked about this, especially when trauma is involved, it can be a much slower process, much slower. It's important we don't put a time limit on it here. So accepting that you cannot change the behavior of another, accepting that you cannot change the mindset of another. You can't do it. You need to reach that point when you go, it is what it is. Kindness. Be kind to yourself. Be careful of the words you use in regards to yourself. Remember to love yourself. To see your strengths and your flaws. That's part of loving yourself. See your strengths. See what you are good at, and accept what you're not so good at, and accept the journey of developing skill. Be kind to yourself. When we are kind to ourselves, we have greater capacity to be kind to others. The next step in getting back up off the floor is to demonstrate compassion for those around you. Adopt a project, find a project, and actively demonstrate compassion. The practice of demonstrating compassion helps with the production of oxytocin, which keeps you healthy and engaged with others. So make sure you demonstrate kindness and demonstrate compassion. I know, it's not easy. Okay, it's not easy. Okay, it's really hard. What do we do with that? I can hear you saying it. It's really hard. I'm so sorry it's hard. I'm really sorry. What are we going to do? It may not be today, may not be tomorrow. Your process of grieving may take longer, but what are you going to do? You know, I'm also a really big one for keeping diaries. So I'm really into Penzu, Penzu, and I think it's a great idea to diarise. And look at the way you diarise, have a strategy for diarising, but we won't talk about that today. Reflection or reflective practice, evaluating your options, redefine your goals, reflect on what you've done, what you could do differently in a positive way, with a positive mindset. Watch the words you choose to use. Words such as fault or blame need to be eradicated from my vocab. They are not constructive, they don't help. The word blame is a subjective emotion that just causes damage. The word ownership, the word responsibility, the word acknowledge are more useful words. Map out a plan for your goals. I think it's really important to look at the time we have and to break down how we're going to use that time in the best possible way. I use Penzu and I write about what I could do differently. What I like about Penzu is it throws the last year back at you as well, which means I constantly are thrown into reflection. Sometimes life's journey is not what you expected or what you planned. And at the end of the day, at the end of the moment, you have the gift of life. You are an absolute miracle just by taking a breath. We need to respect the gift of our life. And when life is tough, just keep going. I know the words just keep going are not easy. Allow yourself the process of grief, then get back up. And it may be going back and forth and back and forth. You can do it. Life can be really lonely. Experiences can blindside you, but I know you've got it in you. I know you have it in you to get through this. I believe in you. Thanks for this chat. I'd love to hear what you think about getting back up off the floor. Remember to take time to open yourself up to learning through adversity and reflective practice and planning your moment, planning your future. You're okay. You're doing okay. Feel good about what you're doing. You're doing well.